and welcome back to my channel if you are an oldie but goldie, but if you're new, hi, welcome on in. My name is Lauren. I am a full-time content creator and social media marketer, and today we have a very exciting video to do. I have had this requested by a lot of my friends in just my everyday life. It is how to do your makeup as a beginner. So a lot of friends I have just are either trans women and have not really done makeup before, their mom hasn't taught them or anything, or it's some friends that just weren't really into makeup growing up. Couldn't have been me. As soon as I could wear makeup, honestly, I was wearing makeup before I was really even allowed to. I'd steal some of my mom's stuff because doing ballet growing up and just loving expressing myself through art, it was so fun for me to do my makeup, try out new looks, and kind of began a fun little addiction that I have to this day. So sit down, buckle up, get your stuff. I'm going to show you a lot of my favorite products. Just so you know though, a lot of my makeup is a little bit more on the higher end side, but I'll also provide you some dupes that you guys can shop. I'll link everything below, the high-end products that I use and then the cheaper stuff, but I personally recommend investing in makeup a little bit. That way it's just really good quality. It goes on a lot easier, but I definitely understand that makeup can be very expensive. So I'll give you some dupes, and just so you know, I'm no professional or anything, but I think it's helpful to see makeup done just by an everyday girl like me, because, you know, we don't have all the neat tips and tricks, but we know how to do basic makeup, simple stuff. You know, makeup shouldn't have to take 20 hours, so this should be fairly short, but I'll give you a lot of my insider tips and tricks, things that I've used over the years, and let's just dive on in. Okay, so we're starting off with a clean face. I used a little bit of this Clinique Moisturizer. It is the Moisture Surge 72 Hour. This is one of my all-time favorite products, especially in like the colder months, winter, when your skin's really dry. I use this at night after I shower, and oh, it's so good. And then because we're gonna do just like a simple face, but I want to show you a few different products. A face filter primer. So if you are using moisturizer and you want your makeup to really grip and stick to your face, use about a pea-sized amount of primer, and I like to do just little dots all over my face, and then I just rub it in with my fingertips. Is this like too bright for you guys, or are we chillaxing? But this is pretty simple of a product. It's not anything too crazy, but it just adds a little extra grip to your face. There's better primers and stuff out here, but Tula I've worked with over the years, so you know, you get something different. And then I'm also going to go in before I actually put on my makeup. I like to do like my moisturizer, primer, lip balm, all of the like undercoat pieces, so to speak, and then I'm going in with the CO Billow Rosebud Salve. Love this stuff. It just adds some moisture and again something to grip onto when you do like lipstick. Cute. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to start off with a makeup sponge. I am using my beauty blender, but you can get a lot of really good ones from Amazon that are way cheaper, and this is honestly my last beauty blender I have, and I'm going to use my cheap ones from here on out, just because you want to replace your beauty sponges every couple months, and that's really expensive when it's like $20 a pop. Instead, you can get a pack for like $10 off Amazon. So one moment. Now, I am personally a makeup sponge advocate, and before you use any makeup sponge, I like to start off by dampening mine, so I'll just run it under some water, and it's just a bit more supple. It's easier to apply your products that way, and then I let it sort of air dry a little bit while I do my eyes, and then it's ready to go when I'm doing my foundation, because you don't want it to be too wet either, because then the makeup gets all messed up. So that's that on that. And then, all right, we're going to start off with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer as well. So again, I like to do all my priming at once, and I'll just use my ring finger to pat it onto my eyelids. This is like not the most necessary step. You can also use like a concealer to keep your eyeshadow on, but I just like having an actual primer because I do wear eyeshadow every day, and it just works well for my lifestyle. So now I'm going in with a little brush kit that I have. You don't need to buy a bunch of brushes. You honestly just need like a little eyeshadow brush and maybe like a blush brush or something, depending on if you like powder products or more cream-based products. I'm going to show you just what I like to use. Again, this is beginner, so don't feel like you need to buy every product out there. I'm just giving you some of my tips and techniques. So I'm going to go in with this nudie eyeshadow palette, and it has just a lot of like pinky nude colors. I'm going to go in with this lighter color called Public. It's just a really good base color, and I'm literally just going to dab some here on the brush and swipe it all over my eyelid. You don't need to get fancy with this. It's a pretty simple process, and I like to kind of just keep it right under the bone. I don't know how to describe what shape eyelids I have, but I literally just do it into the bone and call it good. You don't need to be perfect about this because, you know, this is just everyday beginner's makeup. And then if you want to get extra glam, let's say you have a wedding coming up, you have a special event, I like to do a little something in the crease as well. That way, you know, it adds a little pop. And you could use another brush for this, but you know, this is beginner's makeup. So we're going in with this Stolen color, same brush. We're going to do kind of an arch here in the corner. So start here on the outside and go up halfway and back down, and that's literally all you need to do. Again, it does not need to be anything fancy. Makeup does not need to be this super time-intensive process, doing all sorts of crazy things. Just, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. So we've done that little windshield wiper movement, and that's kind of it. If you want to get really fancy, you can use this like lighter color on the inner corners. I usually just dab it for like photos. This is stuff I would do for like prom and whatnot. Pretty easy. And then once we have the eyeshadow on, I say it's a good time to do some eyeliner. I'm going to go in with this one from Stila. I personally don't have any like drugstore dupes for you, so just look for one that says that it is a felt tip, and that is fairly easy to apply. So I'm going to look in the mirror real quick, and with eyeliner you want to start fairly close in, and you just want to keep it very close to your eyelash line, and you can like do a little flick here at the end, but again, you don't need to do anything crazy. But see how it kind of just helps, like no eyeliner, eyeliner, no eyeliner, eyeliner. It just gives a little something extra, makes your lashes look thicker. And I like when my eyes can pop a little bit. See, they look a little bit more awake, a little more alive. And then when you do use like a winged liner, it gives you a little something extra. So that is mine. I'm not good at it and like perfect by any means, but you know, it works. So then we're gonna go in with some eyebrow gel. I feel like if you're a beginner, you don't want to do anything super crazy. All you need is just a simple gel. They have this at like NYX, and you can get stuff at Ulta, Target. I personally love the MAC product. Again, if you want to invest a little bit more, I get this at Nordstrom. It goes on sale and it's like under 15 sometimes. So that is my personal holy grail. And when you're doing your brows, you just want to brush up and then brush out. Brush up and then brush out. You don't need to do anything super crazy with eyebrows. I know that brows can be a little intimidating and some people spend hours on them. Literally brush them up and out, and when you do use a gel, you don't have to worry about like a pencil. It just grips right onto your brow. You can darken them, lighten them, whatever color you choose. I kind of go with something slightly lighter than my actual eyebrow color because I do have some like blonde in my hair, and I feel like it just makes my eyes look a little bit warmer. So once we do that, I'm going in with a lengthening brush. So when shopping for mascara, you can do a variety of things. You can get something that's more volumizing, and you'll be able to tell just based on the words on the packages. So volumizing, you're going to get a really fat brush like this, and that's going to make your eyes look like really wide and pop out some more. Or if you're going for something more subtle, which is what we're doing today for everyday makeup, look for something that says that it's lengthening or elongating, and you're going to get more of just a skinny brush like this one from Clinique. But a lot of like the L'Oreal ones work good, or I used to get CoverGirl a lot when I was younger. So literally just spread it over your lashes. I usually just do about a coat or so of mascara. You want to just wiggle it up and out, wiggle up and out, wiggle up and out. That way it really gets the product onto the different hairs and you get less of a clumpy situation going on. So wiggle up and out, and you do about 1 or 2 coats depending on how much you feel like you need, but I'm not going for anything crazy. I also just use my finger if I get stuff on myself. So that's really the eyes. I just do a little bit of eyeliner, some eyeshadow, mascara, and then brush up and out my brows. I'll get you guys close up so you can kind of see what we're working with. And then now we're going to go in with the foundation. So I like to do the eyes first because sometimes I do need to touch my face. Sorry, I'm sitting on like a little stool. I'll need to touch my face and really get in there to make sure things are precise and looking their best. But now it is time for my foundation. I'm going to go in today with a lighter foundation. This is from NARS. You can get it at Sephora, and it's like a light matte. And I feel like it's just so pretty, especially like in the colder months like winter and fall, and even a little bit in the early spring. And I just put like a little bit on my finger, and with makeup you just gotta accept the fact that you're gonna get dirty. I usually like wash my hands before I do this process, but just kind of do some spots around. That's how I put it on. I don't think you need to do anything crazy. And then I can like make sure I'm like really wiping it on myself so I'm not wasting product. And then you take the chunky end of the beauty blender and you just literally just do this like stippling technique. So you just go tap, 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 and you're constantly going to want to move, and that's what will blend your makeup, and so it doesn't look busted and crusted. And make sure you're always going down your cheek. You want to make sure there's like not a harsh line between your face and your neck. If you really want to get crazy, you can go all the way down to your neck. I don't feel like it's necessary, plus my neck is fairly sensitive, so I try not to put too much stuff on there. And a little bit goes a long way with this foundation. There's similar products, like Revlon has kind of like a matte foundation that's similar, so you can get a lot of really good dupes online. Let me know if you want me to do like a dupe try. I'm very open to testing out dupe products, but I'm just so used to my more expensive stuff at this point that I just kind of stick to what I know. So take that with a grain of salt, but definitely spend a good amount of time just blending it all out, and then see how it just kind of covers up some of that redness that was there. It helps camouflage some acne that I may have, imperfections. And you don't need a lot, because when you do too much makeup, you know, it'll start to look cakey, baked on, and you're gonna look like a weird middle schooler. We don't want that. I'm gonna save you right now. So next we're gonna go in underneath the eyes. I personally use the Fenty Beauty little brightener and concealer product, and it just helps brighten my under eyes. But you can also use I really like the Pixie product you can get, and you just dab it under your eyes, and it's like this light pink color, and that also helps. You can get it at Target, I believe. Again, there's a lot of really good dupes out there, but if you're looking for something a little more high-end, this is what you want. And then I just do little dabs underneath the eye. Ideally, you want to do it like up here in the corners just to really brighten your eye, but always do things in an upward lifted motion. That way you can again brighten your eye, and it helps lift the face. You don't want to look, you know, old and sad and crusty. So yeah, I just do a little bit down here to help kind of lean out my face. When you highlight here, it kind of brings the attention inward, and then also bring it up so the light kind of helps. See, just the light whoosh, helps bring up my face, and then I look a little more angular and not like I eat gelato several times a week. You know? Yeah, no. So yeah, here is like the foundation and stuff up close, and then I kind of just do that much. You can, of course, always add in like a powder if you want. That really just helps set it, but sometimes I don't think there's a need for powder. It can look a little bit caked on, and it's just kind of an unnecessary step. So now that I have everything good to go, I'm just going to do more of like a cream-based look today, just because we're using our fingers already, and I think it's a little bit easier and you'll have more control if you're starting off. Always do less is more too with makeup, especially when you're first starting out. You can always add, but it's a little bit harder to take away. I'm now going to go in with this kind of lighter color from Sephora collection. Honestly, Sephora collection has a lot of really good budget-friendly finds, but the quality is really high, like you would expect from other brands at Sephora. But you're not obviously paying for the branding, so you do get it at a cheaper price point, but it's still high quality. So with the blush, I just do it on the apples of my cheeks, and I like to bring it again up my face, and I just dab it with a beauty blender to get, you know, that nice lifted look. You always want to think up and out, and always think of kind of like curves and angles. You don't want anything particularly harsh, so don't try and do tons of straight lines when you're doing your makeup. Instead, you want it to be rounded, smooth, especially for women doing makeup. You want to accentuate your feminine features, right? So again, just think kind of like curves. You got your curves on your body, you're going to want curves on your face. Figure we're doing beginner's makeup. We'll teach you a little bit of everything. I'm now going to go in with my contour stick. I use the Kim Kardashian one. It's like okay. Honestly, the NYX sticks are really good. That's what I used all throughout high school. And again, we're doing those curves again. So just a little bit goes a long way with these. Of course, we're going to blend them out. And then when you're doing contour, you want to just focus on kind of like the angular parts, and we're kind of camouflaging them. So I do it up here at the top of my face, and then again, those angles on the cheeks, and you do that below your blush. So again, you're going to take that bottom edge of the Beauty Blender. The only time I really use the top edge is when I'm doing my under eye, because again, it's kind of a smaller workspace, and then I'll also do it for highlighter, which I'll show you in a few. So again, we're going to blend, use that same stippling technique. You'll get the hang of it like once you do it. You also don't need like a ton of pressure. You're not like, you know, pounding your skin. It's going to cause wrinkles and whatnot. You just need to do a little light stippling and follow the curves that you're making. Again, it's not a particular science. Blending does a lot to help you out. So kind of just, see, it just helped bring in my cheekbones a little bit more angular, but it's not super harsh because they're not crazy straight lines. So our final product is going to be this Merit highlighter. Again, you can use the little NYX one I was just talking about, and with highlight I would do right above the blush here on the cheekbones, and then you can do it right underneath your eyebrow as well, just to again help brighten your face. And I like to do a little bit on the tip of my nose because I feel like it's just a fun place to add. You could also do blush in that place depending on your preference. And again, you just blend up and out, and you're gonna kind of want to follow the highlight you did under the eye as well. So just do that, blend it in, and again, I'm dabbing with the pointed part just because it's more of a precise blend. And then for lips, we can just do a simple gloss. Again, Merit Scent Over one, but you can use any brand your heart desires. There's a lot of good inexpensive lip glosses at Target, Walmart, wherever you shop. So with this, you really just want to follow your natural lip. You could lip line, but that's, I would say that's a little bit more advanced. But for now, you just follow your lips. And sorry, I'm using the mirror. That's really just it. I mean, a little gloss goes a long way. I mean, heck, you can even use like lip smackers and stuff if you want. But that is the final makeup look. It's fairly simple once you kind of get the hang of it. Just remember to always practice. You're going to stumble the first few times as you're kind of learning the process, testing out what colors work well for you, what brands work well for you, and then before you're done with your makeup, I recommend getting a setting spray just so your makeup lasts all day and you don't have to worry about it like melting off your face in the summer, or you know, you're doing different activities. It's going to stick right there. And this stuff, if you want to invest, get a multi-pack during the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Have this thing going for years and years. And then literally just spritz it on. I use my hand to just kind of like fan it to set, and you're literally all done for the day. All right, and that is the final look, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, do be sure to reach out. I love helping you guys. We can test out different products together. And again, let me know if you want to try the kind of like drugstore products and have me test them out for you. So that is where we're going to end it today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and come back for more videos. I post twice a week. Monday I have my weekly vlogs, and Thursday I have a grab bag of content from my little coffee combo podcast to travel posts to beauty stuff and fashion right here. So thank you again, and I will see you next time. Toodles!